Good evening. Chills Tuesday. Chill Tuesday. See, I move stuff around. I've been moving stuff around. That means I've dusted. Yeah? I've got a duster out and clean the dust off things. I move stuff around. So I put the Nemesis display at that side now. And I put the Atari display at that side. And the other thing I've put back up, as you'll notice, running in a line. You dusted yesterday. You'll notice running up in a line there, look. That's my blood donor badges. So there's 10, 25, 50, 75, and in a few days' time, there will be a 100 joining those. And that is all the 5 badges that you can get in the UK. There are no further badges beyond 100. There are awards, but there are no further badges. So I'm Ruby level donor. Piercings look good. Everything looks good. Beard looks good. Let's play some Valheim. So the question is it just going to work? It is. So let's play some Valheim. So we're going back into Mr. Raymaker's server. I'm on a courtesy van at the moment as well. My van's gone in for mending. So I am on a courtesy van. It's a Citroen. It's weird. Yeah, it's a bit weird. So what have I done? Well, I've put some cross struts in there now. You see some cross struts, look, and some different bracing. Well, that would be weird to you. That's normal to me. I called that the zipper and I put a rainbow sign down it. So that's the zipper now. That's the big Fenris wheel. The ginormous Fenris wheel. So we're now looking pretty good. But the next thing I want to do is I want another set of bracing around this. So it's just a case of working out. Did you drive when you're on the side of the Oh yes, I've driven in Europe before. I've driven on the wrong side before. To be honest, it didn't faze me too much. So it's not that one. One of these is going to lead me to have. I want one that either gives me 2, which is probably going to be. That one's the close. Oh, beautiful! Look at that! Look at that! That could not have been better. Yeah, as I say, it didn't really faze me driving on the wrong side. I'm very unfazable. Drove a van on the wrong side and towed a trailer as well, so you know it's not like it was just a car. Just make sure. Yeah, that is actually looking really good. Yeah, I were very aware that the wheel was a little bit skeletal, if you know what I mean. It was a little bit hollow. So we're up in Snowlands now. Yeah, that's the thing, it needs beautifying. That's why I've done those. Because the other one, it looks very beautiful. Let's be careful because you've got to make sure that they don't snap through. Yeah, I was thinking a few lights. Just got to be careful with what I use, lighting wise. Just because it's a bit it's a bit intensive on the old resources, having too much lighting. So basically it's two angles. Oh, I've just tilted that. Hello, hello, Selenquel. Selenquel. Nice to see you in here. I will learn how to pronounce your name eventually. Something's not right there. Something's not right with the angle of dangle. Well, what I tend to do is use lanterns. The only reason I use lanterns is because I need it to be something that you don't need to get up and keep lighting. Because if you don't have auto fuel on, the torches naturally just burn out. And if you have auto fuel on, some of the mods can put some intensive load onto your server. Which is why I found out my server was lagging. And it was actually auto fuel. More auto fire actually that does it. Because apparently it does it. It's not just in the area you're in. It's basically it's across the map where it works. So it's anything that spawns. So there we go. That's now getting a bit more of a structure to it. Now, because those are exactly two, I'm wondering if there's another way, another structure I can do. So what I'm thinking is, if I do a copy-paste structure like that. So if I do the spiderweb structure, it's just a case of how would that work? Would that actually work okay? It would if I tilt it inwards. So that'd be an internal structure, but I think that's a bit busy. I think there's a bit too much going on there. It's alright when you imagine one of them, but when you put hundreds of them, I think it's going to look a bit too much. Now the other one I need to check is about down here. So what I need to do is I need to run one at 90 degrees and I need to just check what the positioning of it is. So I think it needs to be a bit further out than that. Try this one. You'll see what I'm coming up with. Well, that's 90 degrees. That's the other angle. So it's in the second one in. That's 90 degrees. That's 90 degrees. That doesn't quite line up. I think it would need to be the one closer. So rather than being there, it could be Start again. Make sure my angle of dangle is right. There. Which is on 1, 2, 3. So it's on the start of 3. Let me just flip that around now. So what I'm hoping is, if I point these two at each other, yes. Ooh, weather. And clear. And TOD 0. For my carousel. Mod programming. Oh, cool. I'm not. I would love to, but unfortunately, running a business sort of restricts your time that you can do. That's why I don't stream for as long as a lot of people, because unfortunately, I run my own business and I haven't got the time. So that's why I limit my streaming. That's why I'll never have a huge Twitch channel because I just don't stream for long enough. But you know, I've been and done a massive day at work today. And now I come home and build things in Valheim. So that is beautifully perfect. I got into programming years ago, to be fair. I was a programmer years ago. I used to do Z80 programming. Do you know what a Z80 is? Z80 is the chip that is in the ZX Spectrum. It was an 8-bit processor from the 80s. Will need to be locked on the other corner. There we go. Stop motion would be fantastic. I would love the screens. I would love the ability to be able to put the screens in this theme park. But that is, we're getting into hefty mods then. So that's that done. So if I now snap those onto the other way. I've just realised what I've not done. I've not done the back. I'll do the back as well while I'm going around this one. And then I'll just have to come back round and do the front again. Well, I'll be very interested to see what you do, because I mean, actually having a theme park working in Valheim would be amazing. I know you're doing it by stop motion, but seeing this rotate would be phenomenal. Actually seeing my rides and my roller coasters, seeing them being able to run would be just glorious. It would be lovely if there was a way for other players to get into the rides without portals, because one of the things I've done on one of the rides. So how does your roller coaster actually work then? What have you done to make it work? Have you used in vanilla? Right. I'm just wondering how you've made that work then. I'm assuming you've used things that slide down, so you can only get downhills Because I know boats and things and other things. Yeah. So I've done a ship slide as well. Did you see the pirate ship I've done as well? Just quickly show you. Did you see the pirate ship? Some of the ships have collapsed on this. I need to reinstate them. There's a pirate ship. Just coming up. Here we go. Oh, there will be when the ship loads. Just got to wait for the detail elements to load. There was loads last. There we go. Because you can hang the boats. And you can rock them. So they actually do swing. You've got one of those, have you? I've noticed my boats are back as well. I don't know what's happened there, whether somebody's put them back or whether they just didn't load. But all my boats are back. Oh yeah, the carousel, yeah. That's why you was asking. That one is not sittable on, unfortunately, because I didn't put any benches in there. The waltzer. But the carousel, the Askvin one, you can sit on. Because you can sit on the Askvin skeletons. Which looks really cool. Right, let me carry on building this anyway. So where was I? I was doing the back end of there. I've not done that one yet. I'm just making sure all these have got all the 4 pieces in. It should be 4 pieces. I could put like a spider frame in and put 6 in, but I think it might be overdoing it a bit. Oh! And that's my first crash. Oh, Unity crash. That's a good one. That's what I get when you're doing heavy modding. It gets worse. I did see the links actually. I might actually have to load those in and put. If you'd, are you in Jonathan's server? Because it might be worthwhile asking Jonathan very nicely if you can join in, because I would absolutely love to have somebody helping me building this island. I think having 2 people with a similar mindset building an island would be, theme park island would be fantastic. But you'd have to see Jonathan Raymaker, because it's his server. If you just want to shout out Jonathan, for people in stream, you just change the weather. Clear. Well, yeah, I mean that's the other thing. But I've got my own. On my own server. But I'm building this one because so many people can visit it. Dungeon loaded with 36 rooms. There's a dungeon. So Todd is 0.6 because I need the sun to be over there. Missing that. I'm missing that. I'm missing there. Missing there. Well, yeah, I mean, that's the other idea. Is that we do that. But as I say, I just did it on Jonathan's server because I just thought it's one that there's quite a lot of people have access to. So it's just going to be seen. It's going to be seen. It's going to be visited, which is what it's about. Other people can come and enjoy the experience. Not Evil Goat, sadly. I don't think this would load on his Xbox. We're a bit we're a bit intensive on the old pieces now. Right, so they are done. So what I need to now do is I need to now create an extra angle of dangle. So that is working, look. Yeah, I can just put them in from one end as well. Right, I'll go around, I'll do it, I'll go around the top. So it's 2 per break. So we are now in the icy lands. Because you get that in all biomes. If you go high enough, you get ice. Not tried that in Ashlands yet, actually. Not tried it in Ashlands, but I bet you do. But yeah, I need to download that file, that folder you gave me, and I'm going to save some of my own builds. I mean, the roller coasters are a bit difficult, but things like this, I mean, this can be saved as a build. And save some of my own builds, so you could put them in your own. Because I mean, some of the builds I've done are mega builds. This thing's ginormous. If ever you accidentally misangle it, don't try repairing it, just start again. Because otherwise you just end up with it tracking off to one side and it just looks stupid. You blue pimp mallets, bro. Well, yeah. So yeah, I'm just thinking that would be really cool stop motion. So I'm assuming what you do is you build it in one position, save it somehow, and then you build it in the next position along. So you'd have like 3 or 4 different versions of the same ride. Go away, Windows key. I need to turn the Windows key off, don't I? Need to put gaming mode on. I can't remember what key it is. Hello, Garish. Another Valheimer. Well, you're in the right place, I hope. I hope I can de-stress you a little with some chilled building. Especially when you see what I'm building. Look at that. Yeah, that now looks fantastic. That's now looking good. Now for lights, I'm having an idea. Hear me out. So I'm having an idea. But what I basically do is, well, first of all I turn my windows. Is it Alt and... Do you remember how you turn gaming mode off? I can't remember how you turn gaming mode off on this bloody keyboard. Is it Windows G? No. Got it. That one. So what I'm thinking is, hear me out here, I need these to stick through the edge of the ride. So the way to do that is to turn them to the right angle. Turn to the right angle at angle like that. Make sure they're perfect. That's the problem. If it's not perfect, it's how do you get it to snap through? There's always a sweet spot. So if I do it slightly angled like that, I do it slightly angled like that. I can do that. The only problem with that is I'm going to have to go around and do every single angle individually. Whereas if I do it flat and just find the sweet spot, I don't know if that's flat. Yeah, this is the problem. You've got to find the sweet spot. Sweden to Amsterdam. Oh, bloody hell. You are moving a long way then. Right there. So yeah, I can't get those to bind. However, let me try this. So I need the little stubby one, like that. So if I do that, I can do that. And then I should be able to get rid of that, like so. I can further out, but it gives me a piece. So theoretically I should be able to do that on here. So why can't I do it on this piece? Is my angles at angles all wrong? Why can I do it on the short piece but not on the long piece? That's weirding me out. What about if I go along and put the short piece inside each one of those? Let's start from scratch, because you know what I say, if you feck it up, start from scratch. Alright, so that's got another piece inside there. Does that work? Yes. So obviously it just doesn't like that one. I do that. Voila. Try the arrow keys. Oh, you mean to rotate them around it? Yeah. Yeah, I do know about that one, to change the snapping the point. So you can basically do that with it and move it around relative to your position. I could try doing it that way actually. I never think arrow keys. Because you can do... I think you can only do, though, you can only do backwards and forwards, can't you? You can't do... You can only do backwards and forwards. But that don't matter, because that works. There we go. Can't do all three, damn it. All right. I know you could do two of them. I didn't know you could do all three. What do you do for the other two dimension then? Right, the other thing I need to pick up is the one here. Especially if I don't go inside my roller coaster building before it spawns. Because I've got one here. When it wakes itself up, there should be some up here, just here. I think it's one just there. Just waiting for the server to load everything in. Ah, I've changed my keys in Gizmo. I've had to change my keys because I set it up on my old keyboard, which didn't have a page up and page down button. So my page up and page down should be set to different things. Because my Gizmo is plus a numeric keypad plus and minus. So basically the idea is I'm going to go around and do each alternate one. So I need to get rid of that one. Can I grab that one? Get rid of that one. Put a red one in. And that one can be a blue one. That one can be a red one. So that seems to be working. That one can be a blue one. That one can be a red one. That's a blue one. That's a red one. I do need to just flip that around. Blue. That one's red. Need to do it from inside. You might have an idea. Oh, boy. Please share your idea. We are all open to ideas. So that one should be a red one as well. Now, I'm not going to bother doing the back just yet because you don't see it right now. So that one would be a red one, that one's a blue one, that one's a red one. Yeah, well, that would have been wonderful. Perhaps we could do it for next year. Me and you collaborate. We could have some building at the Welcome Centre. I did actually think, I mean, I love Valcom, but I didn't think the Welcome Centre was a little bit meh, to say what it was meant to be. There we go, that's how you thrust them through. You know, it was supposed to be the Welcome Centre for everybody coming into Valcon. It was just a bit meh. Could have had so much more. If they let you in again, why? Did you do something naughty? red. That one needs to be a blue. So red, that needs to be a blue. Red, blue. Blue, red, blue, red, blue. I think I've done them all. So let's have a look at that. So that should look not bad. So what I've also done is one other design I came up with is if you get I did what I had to do from my perspective. That might have been a bit. All right. Well, I mean, each to their own, really. Right. So what I need to do is build one of those. One of those. Hang on, have I got that right way around? Yeah. Because the idea I've had is not that, is that. Can I get that? And then, on my person, I have this following item. I think I have it on my person. Yes, I do. One of those. If I get that and put that in the place of that, and go... I might have to put it on later actually. The Forge Cooler might not let me. Yeah, it won't let me. So what I need to do is get rid of the Forge Cooler, equip the circlet like so, and then remount that. Now, if I building prepare that, oh, well, that's twitching it. Redo that and then drop that down, push that into the wall a little bit more. Right, let's see what that does. Let's see what that does, and I'll put another one here as well. Right, let's go a bit further away again. Let's do. There we go. Got a bit more light. Oh, you're not going to like the top of the ride because, for God's sake, you know, it's that high. But look at that now. Got floodlights shining up the thing. Have you not done that one? Not done that one before. That is how because I'd tried it 2 different ways. I'll show you the stadium, the stage. I tried it 2 different ways, so we've actually got 2 methods here. We've got the first method I tried was using swamp keys. So we've got some with swamp keys. They give you a more all-round blue light, but then I found that there weren't. The light wasn't directed, so that's why I went with the circlets instead. So if you put the circlets in, you get directed light. If you get the swamp keys in, you get it's like this glow around the lamp. But swamp keys are a good one as well because they're very low resource. I mean, if you want to make floodlights, use Verger circlets. Now what I can also do, because I've still got that piece copied, is I can actually put it up in the sun here, and I can actually put a couple pointing downwards. I need to go. I can put them in the sun, point them downwards at the ground like that, and then push them inside. Oh, if you could just do that, do a block there, go. Thank you. Thank you. I've never known anybody yet who's gone, oh, do you know, I'm going to get some viewers on Streambo. So if I then rotate that one round with that axis, and then I need to go out, that's that one. Oh, you will have plan build once I've done. Cool. I think I will. I'm getting a bit excited already. Todd equals 0.1. There we go. That's what that looks like. So you've got spotlights up there, look, shining down. I mean, they're not mega bright, but they do give you a nice little glow that lights up the middle. Now the only thing I'd love to do with that is give that a really nice golden glow, but unfortunately even I know the limits of Valheim. And the other thing I was planning on doing was, I'll just put time of day back. I think will it be that one or will it be that one? And just make sure that I'm working at the right position. So that's the one. Higher. Nope, not there. Oh, they're different positions. Oh no, it's snapping bottom, that's why. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Oh, yeah, I'll catch you later. Middle part is a good place for a bone mass. Oh, now that is a good idea, actually, Goat. That is a really good idea. Right, you have to remember with bone mass is that the bone mass trophy. Right, so let me just spawn one. So that's the bone mass trophy, and you have to remember, I think with the bone mass trophy is that the hanging point is actually higher. Let's pick that up. That is a good idea, that. Well, I've not had a swamp area yet. So I could have you coming in through the swamp, but yeah, I seem to remember that the bone mass trophy doesn't hang in the middle. Let me just check. Right, let me just put the bone mass trophy into a droppable position. There we go. Number 7. Yeah, so look, the bone mass trophy doesn't hang. Oh, how many times have you put your bloody hammer on your thing and then dropped it? Oh god, I just hit a bloody piece. That one there. Let me put the bone mass trophy back in. So I've just hit. Actually, what I could also do is just copy that. Just put it back in that way. Like that. Right, put the bone mass trophy back. Go, that was a mint idea. I think that looks cool. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to get those things. There should be 2 verger circlets somewhere. I'm going to get this. Oh, thank you, Garish. Because I'm not lighting my thingy up, I'm going to light my bone mass up. Maybe I have to put them in things actually. Put them in the legs. Just let's do him like that. So there you go, that's lighting him up from underneath. So it's actually giving him a really cool silhouette as well. And let's rotate that outwards a bit. You have to remember that every angle you rotate it does not work as you'd expect. You're a fruit goat. Well, yeah, I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. I'm not getting involved in this. Right, let's have a look at that now. This is Goat's idea, this. This is Goat's idea. Oh yes, I like that. going to take the bone mass. I've just dropped the bloody bone mass trophy. I'm just going to lower that a tiny bit. Oh, for God's sake, I've done it again. So what you do is go down and pick your hammer up that you've just dropped. Oh, they're there, look, they're there. There's one there. Verge a circlet. So we need to remove that, drop it ever so slightly lower. And put old Boney back. The mass. There we go, that's now centred. That now pleases me. Now, can they light sideways? I can't remember. Or do they go out? Does the flames go up on them? I can't remember. Well, let's have a try, see what they do. I can't remember what the flames do. Whether they just go out or stay lit. Or what. There we go. That's what happens. They don't stay lit. So that one has, for some weird reason. Let's just see about putting it a bit further away. Putting out a little more sticky out. Does that stay lit? Nope. Weird. What about if I put them like a wall torch, just at an angle? I don't even know what angle I'm going on here. No, that's going above. The one. So let's see about that. Does that work? The only thing I need to do is rotate that one. There we go. Yes. Oh yes, I like that. Right, let's get the time of day back again. So that is now. So that needs an that, because that at the moment is just called the ginormous Fenris wheel. But I'm sure there's a pun on something. Abominations. Just thinking what we've got in Swamp. We've got abominations. We've got wraiths. We've got wraiths. We've got dvergers. We've got all the blood clots and bile things and all that lot, and the green things and the goos. So I need to think of a name for that is apt and fits in with the swamp theme. Because even though I've not got swamp on the island, we could actually have a swamp themed area. Right, what we got? Where's his nearest swamp? We've got a little swamp there. A bone wheel. Well, that's what I'm thinking. The bone mass. It's a bone mass wheel. We've got a tiny bit of swamp there. I'm just going to see what objects there is in the swamp I can grab. At the nearest swamp, there's a big swamp up there. See, there's no swamp on my island at all. I don't think there's a single bit of swamp. It's all Black Forest Mountain and meadows. Don't think there's any swamp. There's no plains. There's no, like, because sometimes you get a little tiny bit where you drift your mouse over it and it says, oh, I'm in swamp now. But I don't think we've got any. There's note up there that's swamp. So I think I'm not going to be able to have the biomes. I mean, obviously I've got the little mini Ashlands biome. But we've got that little bit of swamp there. Nothing really there. So we have to visit that swamp there, or the bigger one is up there. And that one's a lot closer. But it's only tiny. So let's go and visit that one. And let's just go and see what objects we get. See what I can grab. What I need is the names of the objects. So we'll go over these. We've got... I did actually wonder if one of these were going to be a Leviathan. So they're just mini islands. She's not actually very far, look. There's a swamp. Swamp's a very recognisable biome on the map as it spawns. What have we got in here? So we've got that. We've got that as a structure. Ah, that we can't, right, you cannot pick up, when it says location proxy, you cannot pick them up. If you pick up a location proxy, it will basically, it will go weird on your map. Oh, that's an abomination, look. So that is what an abomination looks like before you spawn it. Right, cool. I did not know that. Now that... Same again, that's a location proxy, look. We've got that though. That is called Statue Evil. Statue Evil. So we've got Statue Evil. We've got Swamp Tree 1. Swamp Tree 2. Swamp Tree 2/log. So a lot of these are just Swamp Tree 1. Yeah, so it's just 1 and 2. Stubby. Look at that, that's a new one. That's actually called a stubby. There's a dead tree, which I know about. There's another abomination lock. So we've got Statue Evil I can grab. They're just stones. Yeah, that's a location proxy. Look, you can't, as I say, you can't grab them. And that's a Drauga pile. We don't want to put those in. So I think I'll have a Statue Evil. That as well. So I'll take that back because that's an item. I'll take that back. I know I can build that, but it won't look the same. So I'll take that back. So that's... Which one's my island? That is my island in the distance there. That's Loonyland, that one. So put that in ground there, in water. Right, where's the ladder? Where's the ladder that goes up to it? Where is it? Right, let's finish that ladder. So that's that built. Let's get rid of him. So statue evil. Interesting corgi. What's that? So that's statue evil. Is that shrinkable? No, that is fixed. That is fixed size. Put that like that. I've done something very stupid here, haven't I? I've put that. I can't get rid of that. That's an unremovable object, so I'm going to have to do one of two things. Either build a base underneath it, or remove it that way. But if I remove it that way, there is a risk that I will move stuff on the Ferris wheel above it. And the Ferris wheel is undamaged. I put that about there. Because it was floating in mid-air before. There we go. So we've now got like an entrance to the Ferris wheel. Which means I can now... Yeah, just a bit. What I would have done is I would have building pipetted the section of the Ferris wheel that I was going to damage. So that's now got an entrance to the Ferris wheel. And then the other thing we've got is the swamp tree. So I could make a fake swamp. So we've got swamp tree 1, which looks like that. Which is actually called ancient tree. So if I pipette that, we can actually have a fake swamp. Because they're permanent objects, so they don't die. Fade in though, which is weird. Look at that. It's like fade in. I wonder if they're growable. Yeah, they are. Look, I can make them bigger. They can have a fake swamp. Let's just get rid of that one now. That's flying. So we've got swamp tree 2. So we've got swamp tree 2, which is the bigger one. Pipette that one. That one's the fatter one of the two. So it basically looks like we've got a little bit of swamp as you come into the Loonyland. And then remove that one. And then we've also got ah, right, that's just a log. Oh, right. That's the one. That's the one I wanted. That's the one that's like laid down on its side. Like that. Right, the question is, where's the indexing point on that now? Basically, we've got fake swamp. So this could be the swamp biome area. So I wonder what Darkland is. So, because we've got swamp tree. What's an evil heart swamp? Oh, hang on, is the evil heart the... I think the evil heart is actually the bone mass spawner. It's called evil heart. Because we've got Swamp Tree 2 / Darkland. Which looks like that. So I'll clone that. Put one there. Get rid of that one because it's gone through me. Gone through my thing. So I like that because it's got a nice green coating on it. Pipette that. And what I'm thinking is, because I need it to be swampy, so if I level the ground just above sea level, and then change it to the might not let me go too far with this lower land. Like that. And then slope it up to there. Creates a lower area, which I can then darken up so it floods like that. And then just hammer in a few. Gets rid of the regular pattern. A guck tree. No, I didn't actually. The one with the green on, you mean? I'm just checking none of those have got the green on. I basically just want the ground to be wet, but not totally waterlogged. Like that. So it looks a bit swampy. And then we'll put that grass back on. Is it Q? That's it. There's also dark grassy. That's it. Dark grassy beach for some reason. Mossy paving, dark paving, and then there's grass, which we can put little patches of grass on, but you end up with that. I think dark is better. Let's go a bit deeper. That might be a bit more watery. Now, consider looking at making it look like a swamp. Right, can I shrink that? Yes, I can. And rotate it. So we have a fake swamp, which isn't too unconvincing. A bit more water. That'll be well convincing. Right, so guk tree, yeah. We just go a bit out of the way and spawn that. So it's guk tree. So we've got guk or guk sack. I don't know if a guk sack actually sits on a guk tree. That's the thing. It may be that it's something that you put onto a tree. So you grab a regular tree and you stick it to the side of it because it might be an attachment. So let's go back up to that swamp and just see if there's a guk tree. Let's see the swamp coming in now, look. Swamps are very recognisable from a distance, so we're just looking for a guk sack. Go properly into it and then flip round. See if there's any guk sacks. I would be very surprised if there wasn't. Let's put it that way. Ah, there we go. Right, let's see what this is. Yeah, it's just swamp tree 2. And that is a guk sack. So you just attach it to a tree. Look at that, little bit of black forest in the middle of the swamp. One day I'll fly away. So you're currently learning how to make a pretend swamp in Valheim. And you want all the biomes on one island. Plains is going to be an interesting one. Is that Loonyland? So it's a little shaped enough to be Loonyland. Yep, there's my fake swamp, look. So your guck sacks get stuck to the tree, look. Like that. And the nice thing is they give off like a smoky, so I make it even look even more swampy. You can get different sizes as well, look. But they also give off a nice green, yeah, nice green glow. So as you come in now, you get swamp look. Does a bit, doesn't it? Sounds a bit minging, that, doesn't it? Oh, sorry. Sorry, I had to go to the doctor because I've got ducks. I've got guck sacks. Right, let's just get rid of that. I don't know why I've just attached to there. I've just done it again. I've put that right underneath. However, I should be able to get rid of that just by using my hammer. Pick up the diverger circlet. Alright, let's put some normal stuff in now. So I'll have a barrel. A couple of benches, a couple of stools, I mean. And then some of the lovely round benches that I like. I know they only seat 2, but I just think they fit really well. Right, I think there's going to be a path around here, so I don't want to go too far. Same on this side, I think there's going to be paths. You're going to be able to walk around the ride. And some bins. Make a lot of rubbish to Vikings. Let's have something up here. I don't think there's going to be anything up that way because you're in roller coaster territory by then. So I think that's going to have to be fenced off. Because we don't want people ending up in roller coasters. Clashing with roller coasters. If I do it with that fencing. It looks quite natural, that one. You can see through it, but you can't walk through it. Take it into that tree. Because I think that's going to be a path out. Just some shrubberies to disguise it and break it up a little. So you can see blueberries as you go in. There we go. The other thing I do like to put in is these. So just give a nice glow. So yeah, as I say, I think that's going to be another area. That's going to be a large area there, with more rides going off into the distance and going around the north of the island. You've got to be careful because that is up into mountain. So I think I'm going to do some at the top of the mountain. I might build something over the top of the track here, like a hotel or something. Perhaps have a hotel. I've got a lot of buildings to do up here then. Because there's that entire area to go into. Up there. Which so far I've avoided. I left that there because that's a heritage building. So yeah, I think a hotel. We'll call it Snow Peak Hotel. In fact, I think that might be my next build. Clear the top of the mountain of trees. Always put them back later. Right, I don't want those anyway. All the trees want to be mountain appropriate. They're not mountain appropriate. Perhaps even have the roller coaster going through the hotel. So let's get rid of that. I can't get rid of that one because it's in... Did I just see a wolf then? And I'll have this peak visible from the dining room, so it looks like you're in the mountains. I'll make that the dining room. So I reckon if I build the hotel from this peak here over to there. What just banged? Was that a drake? Someone just banged. Occasionally you get random stuff collapsing. The cool thing is as well, if I go to there, the UFO down here. Yeah, so the UFO's there. So if I clear some of the trees that lead down to there, we can also have a secret view of the UFO. There's the UFO, look. Cool. Right, let's start building a hotel. So I'm thinking go for the same sort of style as I used when I built my magic guild. But don't forget to incorporate the roller coaster into it. So the roller coaster needs to be underneath it. Night Flight did. It's Night Flight's UFO. As far as I'm aware. Hello. Is it you who built the UFO Night Flight? Ah. So there you go. Give Night Flight a follow if they stream. That is Night Flight's UFO. So yeah, that's what I've done. Go down here, we've got fake swamp and that. Got that thing. So I'm going to build a hotel at the top of the hill here on the mountain. Yeah, I've just heard another explosion. What is making that noise? Right, what I will do though is I will need to line that up with the track really. So that needs to be a bit higher than that. So I need to try a couple of experiments here, because that's going to be like a ballroom. So let's try these experiments. I think even higher still. Like that. That sort of height. And then that gives me a very large flat expanse. Oh, that's grade walls for you. They make their own rules. It's not really mountain actually. If you look, it's we're boundary, because it's only a very tiny biome of mountain. So it's only minuscule. So this is what I'm thinking. If I do that, what you can do actually, if you want to save elements, is you can put Growstone overlapping each other and it doesn't really glitch. Because I want to offset that. And then I'm going to put glazed panels. It's very bright. Let me see, change time of day. Try 0.3. There we go. It's a bit too bright. That it's giving me snow blindness. So if I change the glass panel back and then roll the glass panel on its back, hopefully I can make. Ah, it don't line up with the Growstone, look. So I'm going to have to manually line it up. So is glass. There we go. So I can make a feature of it in the reception of the hotel, you see. And then the other thing I want to do, do you remember I made the towers? I'm wondering if I could just transport a tower in actually. Because I made those really fantastic towers. Still keep hearing things. So if I go blueprint, so the one I want is Neptune Lighthouse. Which for some reason has appeared in my thing sideways on. That's what I want. Because they make a really good tower. So that's the idea of it, is that I use that as a tower. Like so. And then I can use it as the staircase. Now the only thing I'm going to have to do is get rid of that. But other than that, I think that's a very easy way of doing it. Because they naturally have a spiral staircase running around them. And they naturally have windows that come off at each floor level. So it's just a good simple way of making a spiral staircase tower. I think I put one of those in Valcon. I seem to remember there were one of those in Valcon. So it's just a case of dressing it all up at the bottom here, as appropriate, and dressing of that. So we'll be looking at that one there. Let me just put a snap point in. Well, I'm going to say I'm not going to be around much longer anyway. Nightfire. I only stream till 9 because it's a working night. So, but I will be. I am building towards your UFO, as you've probably noticed. So that's the idea. Is that goes. So I like that on the end of there. I have a good lurk anyway. I always appreciate lurkers. So we'll have that. I mean, to be honest, the lighthouse might not remain in there. I might remove it, but we'll see what it looks like when I've done. And we'll see what it looks like as it goes along, because I can always remove it or change things. But I do love Grouston. So the idea is that I'm going to have probably have a tower overlooking that corner actually. So this is the bit where I need to basically release the coaster. So that'd be the best place for my tower. If I went for a tower that were like that, a big octagonal one. No, that's not octagonal. That's really not octagonal. Just check I've done this right. Ah, drat. I suppose it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 32 at the moment. 1, 2, 4. 4. That's that one. So that would be the octagonal tower. And then this would be the end of the building. And then probably cut it off octagonally again, or put a smaller tower on. Oh no, don't worry, dude. Don't worry. I'm very experienced at towers, as you know. So we'll be looking at a smaller tower there. Don't worry, chap. I'm very good at towers. So we'll be looking at a tower there. So that would give us a view from the grand hall of the thingy. Let's take the floor out up to there. Don't worry about the slight overlaps, they are going to be hidden, because what I will do is I will put those in there like that. So that should hide any slight overlaps. That's how you do it. It means you don't end up with crazy angles on your floor and stupid bits chopping in and out. And then yeah, that I think that is going to work well. And then that would be a 2. That would be a 2. Yep, that'll be right. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. That will just need a single in there to fill that gap in. Double in there. Now these are going to be only awkward ones because these are going to be triples. So this is basically the same technique as I did when I built that last one. Now what you can do here though, as I've said before, once you've got your offset position, you can actually just mesh them into each other. Now that one's going to flash for some reason. You can often just mesh them into each other and you don't notice. So my next one is that. And hopefully the next one is going to also cover the piece up. I think this one might be a bit close. Oh no, that works. And then to cover the bottoms up, down there, you can put in marble, which works really well. I just need a single in there. And then because that is double width, now what we do with towers is we choose primary and secondary sides. So that's a primary side. Oh hello Trust. Trust just come into the server. And then, not like that, because that is an absolute, that is literally an abomination. Same. This is the problem when you're doing it with so many snap angles. It's very easy to make things slope forwards and backwards. There we go. And then under there, if I can get it to go in. Sometimes there is a snap position. It's difficult to find. That one. Ah, that's offset to one side a bit. Let's try if I can do it this way. Because this should be a halfway one. No, that is not finding the snapping point because of the flooring in there. Well, the other way I can disguise it is to use all my special tools and put a sloping piece in. I'll leave that for later though. I might even drop that. Maybe try dropping that. Let me try dropping that. See if I can lower it one. Because I think there's a lower snapping point as well. That one. That one's the next one down. God, I feel my own pain here. No, that one's no good either. Looks like it's that one or none. That one. Gone wrong. Is that one? Got it? That's got it, yep. So I'll do the same with this. What I'll do with this, that's going to probably be a fireplace. Because that's my view up to the peak. So that'll be the fireplace, which needs to be that wide. Fire. Fireplaces are really cool as well because you can drop them down like that. So that's the fireplace sorted. Put those in first. So the fireplace will be built up that way. So I'll need to snap from there. Same on that side. And then across. So that'll be fireplace. This will be the theme part of your window. Is that correct? Yeah, that's correct. That's not wrong. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. It's 5 up. Yep, that's got those. Do that. Do that as well. What I do is I do that with the one that curves in. Just make sure you get in the same position on everyone. Like that. So it should come down to there. That's it. Yep. And then just to mask the corners. Do that. So that's what it looks like from the outside. The cool thing is as well, it's the same angle. So there's going to be, in this one, there's going to be like a master, not a master bedroom, there'll be like a prestige with a view of the mountain. So what I'll do is I will just mark it up so I can take the next floor up. So the next floor is going to be on that level there. Let's leave that for now because I don't know how it's going to end up. I know how that's going to end up. I have to have a row full row across there. That should land in the pillar. We'll do the same again. So let's put some grousting in there. Just check they don't cut through. They cut through. So it's the next one back. Yep, they don't cut through. These are the ones that are a nightmare to get in. Bloody archers. That's what happens when you hit the thing yourself, by the way. So let's have the chimney stack started. There we go, live, laugh, okay. It is the rules. And why I've got a little tiny bit of snow on top of there, I don't know. Because it's got fire nearby. I don't know why that is. So that's going to be the grand ballroom, dining room with the views. So that'll have a view, that'll just have a wall. Because unfortunately with this design, same there, look, you can't have, you can have little, you can have the little windows like that. But you can't have walls on all sides because they just look wrong. Can't have windows on all sides, I mean, they look wrong. And then the same again here. Just check that's right, that is right. There's 5 of those. 4, 5. Well, yeah, it's not a tower, it's an hotel. It's going to be a multi-room hotel. It's going to be like, well, it's a theme park hotel, essentially. So it's for people staying in the theme park who want a few more days. Also means that anybody who's coming along has the ability to grab a bed for a night or 3. So that's the way out of the ride, look. So we've got the floor underneath, so that needs to be built out like that. Now the nice thing is, even though I just broke my hammer, I should now be able to build one of those and have it sheltered enough. Perhaps I'll put some glass in. The cool thing about this hammer is you can snap glass to glass, which you can't normally do in game. So you can snap glass pieces to glass pieces. I know that's always Bobbin and Beard's biggest gripe with the game, that is you can't snap glass to glass. So let me see if that's now, well, I'll tell you what, I'll make it a little less exposed if I put another layer of Grouston on. With that with a Grouston. Still. Right. God, the rules about exposed in this game are so stupid. There we go. All it wanted. So if I put that across there, you'll get an idea of what the window's going to look like. You get a sort of idea of the size as well of this hotel. Oh, I can hear the music of relaxation. Sheltered comfort, look at that. Well, let's do the little comfort thing, eh? Oh, I've just put a glass block up the mountain. Yeah, I'm going to leave that fairly clear. I'm just going to drop a few trees in. I want to be able to see the roof of the mountain. I want to be able to see the top of the mountain from the hotel. One there, and these are better off something as well. I think these are going to be the same. So let's hope this works and doesn't leave me with a gap. Leaves me with a gap. How about two? Will that do it? Or will that go through? So that's the way that'll go. Something like that. Which means I can now fill in all the gaps. And I can just do, before we finish, I can do a quick comfort demonstration. So at the moment, we are not very comfortable. But we're sheltered. So we're sheltered. We're not sheltered back there, look. We're sheltered here. So what I can do, if I really want to go for it, is if I go to furniture, put that bed in. So that's took me up to 6. Carpet takes you up another one. A banner, but not the ripped red one, takes you up again. A furniture thingy stand is another good one. It does, yes. Yes, stone floors count as roofs. Hot tub, but it must be lit. Gives you another buff. A throne. So up to 14. A seasonal item. So we're already up at what we need at bed. 15. And I believe, what have I missed? What have I missed? I've got the seasonal. Oh yes, I know what I need. An item of dark furniture. 17. Voila. That is as high as you can get in most biomes. That's just 17. An item of dark furniture does not count this chair though, but if I sit in that chair now, I've got a comfort 17, which gives me almost 25 minutes rested. And what I'll do as well, while I'm at it, I will put a couple of feasts out, so I can give myself some energy while I'm doing the build. But that is it for tonight. That's it for tonight. So, who's around? Who's around? I think Trust Anyone's streaming actually. We've just had. Let's see who's in. So we have got Trust Anyone. So let's raid out to Trust Anyone. Join me in raiding Trust Anyone, and for those of you who don't join the raid, I shall bid you a very good night, and I will see you on Sunday for the Shiny Sunday stream.